What it is, y'all? It's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back with the datamines y'all know you love and crave. Let's get into it because we actually have a decent amount to talk about today. So we're gonna kick this off with some fun stuff. Just some general images from the anniversary pages, things like that. All these are gonna come from part 3. So that it looks like, check out Phineas. Well, that's not Phineas, is it? That's a monster. Never mind. Yeah, this looks pretty intense. This part might get interesting. Is that? It's Kamina. So, wrong game. So, a lot of interesting stuff incoming. Now, if you don't want a spoiler for what's coming in the anime Gacha, and I don't know why you wouldn't, you might want to look away for the next 20, 30 seconds. Because Gacha unit is going to be Mikoto. Check this unit out. She looks actually pretty sweet. Double katanas too. I'd love for them to give some of these units double equips. That would be awesome. And I would be shocked if they don't do that with Bell here really soon. So we'll see how that plays out. But as far as the rest of the Gacha units, we've got Elmina. Let's go back here. We've got Yuri. We've got Galamus, which... Is it just me? Is this one Sans effects? Oh, okay. It kind of is, kind of isn't. It's just the way it's cut. We've got Alf. Not Alfric. Alf. We've got... I'll butcher her name every time, but whatever. Used to be known as Felice. Tuckween. We've got... That's it. That's the Gacha units. Novel portraits. Now, this is just going to be like the units in here. So, case in point, here's Elmina. And then what they do is they add facial expressions. Now, I guess she does that. So you have, with Elmina, her regular eyes. And her eyes are closed here. And more regular eyes. And she's sad. A little bit less sad. Back to more regular eyes. Lovey eyes. Aw. And then more regular eyes. And more regular eyes. And sleepy eyes. Not a lot of variance in Elmina. But I swear there is more in here. Let's go back into novel portraits. Just take a look at a couple here. So we've got whoever the heck this is. I guess he'll get introduced in the tale. I don't recognize him. We have our hero. Oh, this is like modern Finn. Hold up. That was modern Finn. We got the queen herself. Oh, kitty cat. Galamus. Now, Galamus here doesn't have any like special faces, but here we have just like a basic outline of them, and then they add all the faces in. So, yeah. So that's pretty much how that works. Okay. Random child. So there you go. That's basically how that works. There's tons of these. I don't really want to go through all of them, but sometimes if you guys ask me like where my assets come from, a lot of them actually come from here. So these are just a really fun way to add a little spice to our thumbnails. Now, the Union Raid thing, there's a lot of random things they've added in here. So here's some random backgrounds. I guess this is where we're going to fight. Some random effects. There's some really interesting stuff that actually came down the pike up here. This panel is mostly just random things. But here's the tickets that we're going to get from beating the raid bosses, which will be really interesting. Here's the buff tokens. So if you ever use the icon view, these are going to be the icons that I guess the opponent's going to use when he buffs. So this will be interesting. So strength and then magic. They're colorized now, so they'll be able to stand out quite a bit. We're apparently going to have a chat system, which will be really interesting. So you get a little thumbs up, heart, and teardrops if you're not doing so well, or it's raining wherever you happen to be playing the game, I guess. So a chat option is going to be really interesting. We'll see how that plays out. And of course, here's the medals that you get for winning. One has a slightly goldish outline. The other one's got a shadow. Yeah. And then more tickets. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be a really interesting option here. This Union Raid thing is going to... We'll have to see how it plays out, but it looks to be really, really, really interesting. Beyond that, we get down here into just our banners and stuff. We already kind of know about this. We received all this yesterday. Let's see if there's anything new in here. So these are the two banners. Double 4-star rates, or so they claim. Okay, so one time only on the paid banners, which... Say what you will about that. If my luck is anywhere near as bad as it has been the rest of the anniversary, I might need more than that. I'm just saying. Just saying. And of course, here's the one that you can get just literally anybody from. So, pretty cool. Good stuff. The 3-star 11 draw ticket. This ticket's going to be like 100 paid iris. It is 100% worth, guys. If you can muster 100 paid iris, go ahead and do it. It is totally worth it. Free 11 draw gacha every day. We talked about this a little bit during the event, or during the news yesterday, but this is coming back. They don't give us an end date on this, but I'm going to guess it's going to go through the month, basically all the way through part 3. So that's really, really, really nice. I'm glad to see that return. Pull an 11 draw every day. And one thing it's worth noting here, this isn't just a single draw every day. This is an 11 draw every single day. No reason not to log in, y'all. No reason not to log in. I say, like, this is the most free-to-play friendly game out there right now. I mean, I've heard arguments, but not only that, we get an all 4-star gacha for free. Yes, you may get some old units in here, but even Dolb still has its many uses in the game. So, you know, don't knock it. It is a phenomenal asset. Here's going to be the anime gacha for Mikoto. This will drop tomorrow morning. And as always, the first draw is free. 2nd, 4th, 7th, and 10th are free-to-play iris. I would honestly say most likely wait to see how much Irish you have after this. We don't know what she does. I've been really bad about covering these when they drop, but I'll try to cover her tomorrow when she drops and give you guys like a before you summon breakdown on her. But at the moment, I just don't know what she does. We don't have that information currently. I don't think it's been divulged yet. You can only do one with her paid, and it looks like we're gonna get an 11 draw ticket where you can get one of the 3. So that's kind of nice. These units are pretty good. I think Bell's going to peter out a little bit. I don't think he's going to last nearly as long as the rest of these units will, but the anime units do tend to be pretty good and last a while. The problem is because they're not time limited, I would focus on the anniversary personally, and then maybe after the anniversary we can start going a little harder on these. Here are going to be the drop items from the, so it kind of looks like they are going to be in the dungeon in the story. But these are going to be the drop items from the current exchange. The really nice part is, and I didn't talk about it too much in the other video, I'm going to talk about it today in the Before You Summon video, but because we have Elmina, Galamus, and Yuri, if you did not get them in the 2nd anniversary, if you weren't here for that, this is going to be free CP for you. For me, it's not so much, but I do fully expect that they're going to have some items in here where you can farm CP. I think that would make the most sense. Let's go down here. Okay, so 5th anniversary coins, we knew these were coming. We talked about all that yesterday, and that is going to be something we're going to have to kind of discuss on its own. Same with the heroic trials. We will get the other heroic trials starting next week. All right, so these apples, I don't know what these apples do. Those actually, well, I'm going to guess that these are the gacha exchanged items. So these apples, okay. So probably one of those is for Yuri, one of those is for Galamus. Where's the third one? Huh, weird. I don't know why there's only 2. Should be 3. But those should be the dedicated CP items for Yuri, Galamus, and Elmina, unless they left out one of too, which would be weird. I don't know. But dedicated CP items nonetheless, which would be really, really nice. In fact, I would actually be shocked if one of those wasn't for old girl up here. It's a new queen. Just because I think she's going to be unique CP, which will be really, really, really nice. I think it's same with like Dim and Finn. When Dim became Finn, changed his name and all that stuff, we got unique CP, so I think it's going to be unique CP. But I don't see anything else. Here's the Jade Jewel. Now, this Jade Jewel is standalone by itself. This is the jewel that you're going to be able to exchange your coins for from the exchange shop in order to get a free bond for one of the anniversary units. And I do think that is really kind of your best bet coming from the coin exchange, but we'll cover that in the coin exchange video. Okay. 1,000 Iris login bonus. We talked about this yesterday, but 3 weeks we're going to have login bonuses, and we're going to get tons and tons and tons and tons of Iris. So if you do not have enough Iris now, by the end of this you will. And actually, for me personally, I just hit 8K last night. I might, by tonight, have a little bit more to overpull, but I'm not going to go crazy. Honestly, I would say after your pulls tonight, do your 10 on each banner, and then stop. Number one, we're most likely going to be getting a villain's banner, though the villains are pretty deplorable in this story. It's not like before, where the villains were interesting characters that were redeemable. These villains are pretty bad. So I don't know if very many people are going to be excited to go after the villains, though they generally do wind up being pretty good. Number two, the anime units usually pick up after this, so you may want to save a little bit for them. But nevertheless, do understand that there's most likely a villain's banner coming. The villains will be unique CP, and they're usually pretty good, although they really, really, really bad in this one. This outfit is for... That should be Mikoto's outfit, I believe. Unless I'm mistaken. Here's a fun one down here at the bottom. So we got the heroic trials, we got the banners and all that. So we have the Hero Fauna quest, the XP quest, the CP item quest, and the Valis quest. We talked about all these yesterday, but here they are incoming. Hero Fauna quest will be tonight. XP quest will be next week. CP up quest, and then Valis quest. So for the next 4 weeks, we have a game plan. Real quick, I'm going to skip over the sword. We're going to talk about Grand Familia Battle. This will be a new panel. I'm assuming this is actually just going to go based on top of Familia Wargamer. Maybe even replace something in there. I mean, honestly, Monsterphilia hasn't been updated in forever. So maybe they'll replace Monsterphilia or something. I have no idea. But this will be most likely in that list of panels. Where you click on like Wargame, Record Buster, and all that stuff. So this is the new Grand Familia Battle panel, and it looks like it'll be added with tonight's update. Now, there's one thing we didn't talk about in the news yesterday, and it is pretty big, and that is this sword. This is a new sword for, this is the panel I actually got from the news, and it wasn't included yesterday, so I missed it completely. But this is a new weapon for Lazar, okay? It can have plus 10 light damage. That's right. So he will be, the AoE one at least, will be absolutely bonkers. Okay, so it looks like that's what the other ore is for. So it looks like that different ore is specifically for crafting this weapon, which will be pretty darn nice. So this will be a unique weapon for Lazar. Again, I think the second weapon for Lazar, in fact. And you will be able to craft it, and you will be able to obtain it. It is specifically for the free-to-play Lazar, or say free-to-play. He's not free-to-play by any stretch. The AoE Lazar. So you've got one weapon for the Part 1 Lazar. Part 2 Lazar will get this. So that is pretty sweet. And this is interesting in adding a whole new thing, because having light damage plus 10% is a major change. We've not had elemental weapons in this game yet. So is this going to introduce elemental weapons? Don't know. But it would be nice. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. That is the datamines, my fellow peoples. Let me know what you guys thought. Make sure you hit that little thumbs up button if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys tonight for the live stream.